on, guys? That light is fucking blinding me. That's wild. We're back today at a shop. We're working on the S13 for the JZ swap. That light is very fucking annoying. So today we're just, I have a spare JZ block, so we're just gonna make the transmission with the PMC adapter to the block, and we're gonna look wherever it sits because I need to figure out the mounts for the trans. We have the spare block right here, and I just fitted that adapter plate, which took me way longer than I'd like to admit, but eventually I figured out wherever it actually went. Because there's the dowel there, and there's another one right there, I believe. Because there's a flat section right here on the JZ, right there, and I thought that was, that's about the same length, so I was like, oh, that's probably where it is, but no, it is not. But here's the S13, just pulled it all apart and cleaned it, gave her a little respray there, and put in the excessive mounts. So I'm gonna make the sandwich plate, and then we're gonna have a look on how it goes. All right, we're back. It's day number 2. Last night before I left, I put the adapter plate in. I didn't film it because I'm not 100% sure it's how it's supposed to be. So, but it's really just to test fit the whole setup in the car. I'll probably bolt one of my spare head on it, and the mounts, which don't have the right bolt in it, and they're probably on the wrong side, but I don't know. So there's gonna be a lot of learning along the way. So yeah, we'll just plug it in. The adapter plate was pretty easy to put on, so shouldn't be too hard, hopefully, because I have whenever I did my tube front, I asked him to bring it a little bit forward, and the mounts are already in, so we'll see how everything bolts up. I really want to see how the trans mount is gonna sit and how the shifter is gonna sit. Yeah, I skipped that part too, but if you want to take off your shifter, the stock one, so it goes like this, and you gotta take off, you just gotta pull back on those, and then you push back, and then you just slide out. Super easy. And for the rod there, the shifter linkage, I just put it on my other shifter, so we'll be able to figure out if we need to shorten it or cut it. Well, cut it, I guess we'll have to anyway. Shorten it or lengthen it. It's just those clips there, really just pry them open, and they slide right out. It's super nice and easy. So yeah, let's see where that takes us, and see where she sits pretty much. So yeah, she's in. Let me take out that. This is just a G head that was supposed to run at first, so the runners are a little bit different, and the plenum that I just took out is different. Like I said before, I already done it all, but I'll take it all apart and run you through it. I actually had the engine mounts on the correct side, which is surprising. Everything went in super smoothly, which is super surprising. The trans has 0 issues for clearance. Like, it slid right in. Those mounts are wicked, and I still have a lot of room to go. Well, a lot of room. I still have a few inches to go back. It's not yet to the firewall, which means we still have quite a little bit more room to go if we wanted to push the engine further back. And there's no issues with the bell housing for the transmission, which is super nice, which I wasn't expecting. Those are a very good mount. I got recommended them from a few friends, and they work wicked. So those are the excessive mount, excessive manufacturing mount. This one is the one that's made to make your engine sits lower, because whenever you swap to JZ GTE, the head is a bit taller than this one, and they have hood clearance issues. Excessive makes some mounts that makes the engine sit lower overall. I will show you for the shifter, not well the transmission. Pretty much. Now it's held up by a jack. I'll put some ratchet strap there. pretty straightforward. It's almost to the floor, so what I was gonna do regardless was to build like a triangular piece with a flat bottom to bolt the mounts to. And right there's a cat hump that you can see, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, so we'll have to cut and flatten the floor. Right now I'm using the stock shifter linkage, which actually works really well. It's a little bit too long. That is with zero modification. That's the stock shifter rod, and yeah. So let's go inside and see. So it bolts up to your trans tunnel with the shift boot bolts. So I need to get some lengthened one because I'm running a FDF plate for my hydro, so it doesn't completely fit right now. But you'll see, it still works very well. Let's put the camera down. We'll have a look at it. It's not perfect. The rod is a little bit too long, which push the shifter forward because the length of the rod just push it and swivels it like this. So it's not horrible. It's pretty noticeable from that angle, but in real life it's not that bad. Still, the trans is not mounted yet, and there's not all the bolts, so it's a little bit looser than it should be. But even then it's super stiff, so you can see it's super nice and super easy. Up all the way up to 6 to reverse. Like, that shifter feels actually amazing. It's a little bit tall for my liking. Still not bad. Like, it's still a very nice feel whenever you drift around. I might leave it tilted. I might change it, but for now I think it feels good. It's not a big priority. Yeah, so that's the PMC shifter. That's the regular length. But yeah, the feel is amazing. It feels like a dot box almost. It's the gear are crisp. It's one way to make your swap way easier than try to figure it out with the stock shifter and put the bushing in. Alright, well, I was filming the intro, then I realized that valve cover bolts on 2JZ are the same thread pit. Shifter is actually mounted properly with all the bolts. Let me just put that in. I'm in neutral if I want to go reverse. So yeah, it is pretty tight. It's not the end of the world. Could get annoying, but thankfully I'm not drifting in reverse. I reverse, so my first is right there. So okay, so first of all, let's call this as it is. This is the depression board. Another way you could have done it, I went with BMW ZF transmission, so if you're still lucky you can still find them for 500 bucks, which is, you really gotta be lucky nowadays. Ophir got his for 750, I got mine for 500. Regular price now are about 1,000. Let's say you wanted to go with a CD009. Okay, so that's a bit stronger Nissan gearbox. Power rating is probably about the same as this ZF. So what do you need? You need a clutch pack. So you still have that $1,000 clutch pack. You will need an adapters. Those will run you for about the same price. So the 2K, that's 20. Holy shit. Okay, so that is 23.33. So 23. So you're actually right around the same mark as a PMC kit for those with a higher brand clutch. This stage 3 clutch, which is good for 425 horsepower, pound-feet of torque, sorry. No name clutch. So it's nothing special. It's the same thing as if you were to get a PMC with the clutch, which is 1,700 bucks. Would make more sense to go with the ZF right now for the price of it. So this is not great. Or you could have went with a R154, which you can get for 1,000 bucks. It bolts right in. So
hello, it's me from the future. It's been a while since I've looked at R154 prices, and it shows there. They are now closer to $3,000 to $4,000. Sorry.
Money-wise,
not
your best bet. They can take quite a lot of power, but nothing over 700, if I'm not mistaken. And if you wanted to upgrade the clutch, it's another 1,000 bucks. So it's the same shit. It's a little bit weaker than a CD009 or a ZF, but it works great and it bolts right up, and you don't need an adapter kit. What we didn't put is you need to buy your CD009, which is 1,000 bucks to 1,500 bucks. So all in all, you're probably around 3,500 bucks to run a CD009 in your cheesy, which is hurting. that's the big gist of it for transmission. Some people runs ZF5, which is a 5-speed variant of the ZF transmission, hence the name ZF5. But it's a little bit weaker. It's not bad if you're not gonna push over like 500 to 600 horse, so it's still a good choice. That's about it, and that's without including this. I believe you can run stock shifter. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can. This you most certainly can't, so you'll need a shifter kit, which is probably another $200 to $300 minimum. So that's an alternative if you wanted to go a different route. If you haven't already, a CD009, if you get a good deal on one, they're not bad trans, but like I said, they're a bit more expensive for this swap. But regardless, it's up to your preference. I think that's all for the depression board today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other times.